Understanding Netanyahu's stance on Palestine. To understand why Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has a contentious stance towards the Palestinian territories and the Palestinian people, it is essential to consider several factors that shape his political ideology, historical context, and security concerns. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has deep historical roots, dating back over a century. The establishment of Israel in 1948 led to significant displacement of Palestinians, known as the Nakba catastrophe, which created lasting grievances. For many Israelis, including Netanyahu, this history frames their perception of Palestinian nationalism as a threat to Jewish sovereignty and safety. Netanyahu's approach is heavily influenced by security considerations. He views Hamas and other militant groups as existential threats to Israel. His belief is that any form of Palestinian statehood could lead to increased violence against Israel rather than peace. Netanyahu's political ideology is rooted in Likud party principles, which traditionally emphasize strong national defense and skepticism towards negotiations with Palestinians perceived as unwilling to recognize Israel's right to exist. He often portrays himself as a protector of Israeli interests against external threats, reinforcing his image domestically as someone who prioritizes national security over diplomatic solutions. Netanyahu has publicly rejected the two-state solution for various reasons, including the belief that it would not lead to genuine peace, but rather create further instability. He argues that many Palestinians do not accept Israel's legitimacy and instead support groups like Hamas that advocate for its destruction. This perspective leads him to conclude that negotiating with such factions is futile and dangerous. The political landscape in Israel also plays a crucial role in shaping Netanyahu's policies toward Palestine. With significant portions of the Israeli electorate supporting hardline positions against Palestinians, especially following violent escalations, Netanyahu may feel compelled to adopt similar stances to maintain political support and stability within his government. The influence of the settler movement in Israel cannot be overlooked when discussing Netanyahu's policies toward Palestine. Many settlers believe in expanding Jewish settlements into disputed territories, viewing this as both a religious duty and a means of securing land for future generations. This movement aligns with Netanyahu's policies that often prioritize settlement expansion over negotiations with Palestinians. In summary, Netanyahu's stance towards Palestine can be attributed to historical grievances stemming from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, acute security concerns regarding militant groups like Hamas, ideological beliefs rooted in nationalism and skepticism towards Palestinian intentions, domestic political pressures favoring hardline approaches, and the influence of settlement expansionist movements within Israel.